Freedom looks so beautiful, until you see the storm. Let me tell you a story about a little bird who thought the sky would solve everything. There once was a small yellow bird living in a vast green forest. Every morning she woke to the same sounds: the whisper of the wind through the leaves, the gentle chatter of the trees. To most, this was paradise. But to her, it felt like a cage. She'd perch on the very tallest branch, her little eyes fixed on the horizon, staring beyond the treetops. Out there, she'd think to herself, that's where freedom is. Out there, life has to be brighter, bigger, better. The elder birds, wise from their own journeys, would often warn her. Little one, they'd say, the world beyond our forest isn't as kind as it seems. But she couldn't believe them. Their words felt like chains, holding her back. How could freedom possibly be dangerous? She wondered. Her heart ached for something more, something she was sure was waiting just beyond the familiar green canopy. She saw the forest not as a home, but as a barrier to her true destiny. One morning, as the first rays of sunlight painted the sky, a quiet resolve settled in her heart. She whispered to the leaves, "Not today. Today, I'm leaving." With a deep breath, she spread her tiny wings and pushed off from the branch, rising into the vast open sky. For the first glorious moment, she felt truly, exhilaratingly alive. The wind roared beneath her wings, a powerful song of liberation. The clouds above shimmered like endless puffy oceans. "This is it!" she cried out, her voice filled with pure joy. "I'm finally free!" But then, the brilliant morning light began to fade. Dark, menacing clouds rolled in from the horizon, swallowing the blue sky. A low rumble grew into a deafening roar as thunder shattered the silence. Rain, cold and sharp, began to strike her wings, heavy and relentless. She tried to turn back, to find her way to the safety of the forest, but the storm was too strong. It had a will of its own. Each violent gust of wind pushed her farther and farther into the terrifying, unknown expanse. Her strength started to fade, and with it, her hope. For the first time in her life, she wasn't thinking about freedom. She was thinking of home. Just when she thought she couldn't fly another second, she spotted a small crack in the side of a cliff. With her last ounce of energy, she dove towards it and collapsed inside, trembling and soaked. Outside, the sky screamed and raged. And in that dark, cold shelter, as she listened to the tempest, she finally understood. Freedom isn't just about flying wherever you want. True freedom is about finding peace, right where you are. When dawn finally came, the storm had passed. The world was washed clean, glistening in the soft morning light. The bird, exhausted but profoundly wiser, began her journey home. This time she flew slowly, deliberately, and when she finally saw the familiar treetops of her forest, her heart didn't see a cage. The trees glowed with a welcoming warmth. The songs of the other birds felt sweeter than ever before, and the very air seemed to embrace her. Her friends rushed to greet her, their voices filled with worry and relief. "Where were you?" they chirped. "We were so scared." She just smiled, a soft, knowing smile. "I was chasing a sky I thought I needed," she said quietly, "when all I ever truly needed was right here all along." She flew to her favorite branch, the one she used to see as a launch pad to escape. But this time, she didn't look beyond it. She looked at the world around her, at the beauty she had overlooked. She whispered to herself, "Freedom isn't out there. It's in here." So I ask you, what sky are you chasing? What part of your life do you believe has to change before you can finally feel peace? Maybe you don't need to run from the storm. Maybe you just need to open your eyes and see the home that's already around you. Comment below with, "I choose peace," if this resonated with you. Remember to fly high, but never forget your roots, because your peace is waiting right where you are. Thanks for watching.